Monday Night Raw hot takes, let's go! Tiz Mickey says, can you imagine living in a world where going into Mania, the champs are Drew McIntyre and Finn Balor? I can dream that, but I can't imagine it. I just don't see. I want to believe, right? I want Finn to be champion. I wish Finn could be champion, but I don't think I can. It's so far from the realm of possibility that I can't even imagine it, Tiz Mickey. I wish I could. Seriously, if there was a star, only one star up in the sky, that would be my wish. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I might have this wish I wish tonight. Please let Finn Balor beat CM Punk next week. Oh, but unfortunately, nope. There's no stars up above. And Finn, I wish. I just can't see it. Just Nando's. Last week we did not agree on something. Let's see if we agree on something this week. He's an up-and-coming YouTuber. Go check out his channel. It was hard believing in the CM Punk Finn Balor promo, making us believe that we're going to see old Finn back when I just believe we're going to get a good TV match out of this. Then nothing more, nothing less. Yes, they were trying to make us believe that we were about to get the Prince Finn Balor. If you don't know why they call him the Prince, they don't really name drop that a lot on WWE TV, but he was the Prince in New Japan when he was the leader of the Bullet Club. Too sweet. Every once in a while, AJ and Finn Balor will do that. They were leaders. Also, Cody Rhodes was a leader of the Bullet Club. But yes, that's when Finn Balor was at the top of arguably the industry. And then when he came into WWE, he was a house on fire. He's the first Universal ever champion. And then after that, he got injured and poof, just fell down the card to the point now where he is pretty much an underling of Dominic Mysterio. Hey, great for Dom, love Dom, but when you look at how far Finn has fallen, it is quite a shame. And yes, they were teasing that we were going to get CM Punk and the old Finn Balor, and the old Finn Balor has a shot against CM Punk, but just Nando's, I do agree with you this week. I think all we're going to get is a very good and solid match. It's been a very long time since Finn Balor has done anything really of note. Even when he wins a championship, the tag team championships twice now, he just stops defending them. When he his last victory was against Dragon Lee last year, and then coincidentally his last victory before his last victory was about another year ago against Dragon Lee. It really, honestly, makes almost no sense from a kayfabe perspective why Finn Balor gets a title shot even. They really should have tried to build up Finn Balor over the last 4 months. They really should have. They knew they were coming to Ireland, so if they would have spent even just December building the guy up, that would have been something. But no, unfortunately not. Therefore, just Nando's, you are right. The best we're going to get is a really good match. But then again, I didn't think Drew McIntyre was going to get it. I had a little more faith that Drew might, on some minuscule chance, get it, but for the most part, I did not think Drew would get it. Hey, who knows? You know what? Night 1, Finn Balor, champion versus Dominic Mysterio. Whoa, boy howdy. Make that the night 2 main event. I would love that. Not happening. Tiz Mickey also says, and I just hate this stop thing they doing with Bron Breakker. 1 week he's a beast, the next week he's not. I hope they capitalize this time. Yeah, stop and go. It's stop and go booking. They tell us he's the main event of WrestleMania 48, but yet they can't treat him like a main event guy right now. I know a lot of people loved last night's segment with Bron Breakker where he grabbed Adam Pearce, threw him in the corner and just started yelling in his face. I liked it, but honestly, if it had been someone else, like maybe Bronson Reed, I would have been like, yeah, that's the Bronson Reed I need. But with someone like Bron Breakker, I really needed Bron Breakker to murder Adam Pearce. I really needed that because, I like, oh man, I harken back to the days of when Big Van Vader attacked Gorilla Monsoon. This was before the Attitude Era even. So this was like new generation stuff here. I really needed to see more from Bron Breakker. I know, like he did something. And he looked like a lunatic yesterday, but I need a lunatic who can't be talked off the edge. That's what I need from Bron Breakker. He is the nephew of Big Papa Pump. Holla if you hear me, Scott Steiner. I want to see Big Papa Pump. But yes, they need to capitalize. But what I fear is they're gonna keep him off TV until after the Rumble or for the Rumble. Nah, he needs to be back and he needs to be causing havoc right now, because it's like, okay, he gets the momentum. People, even though I feel he should have done more, he has momentum right now. After taking a loss, he has momentum, but we're just gonna take him off TV? Sometimes less is not more. Less is less. Ron Talks Tabletop says, as someone said in the chat, how is SmackDown beating Raw in 2026 so far? Aside from Raquel and Javon, I'm not impressed. Raw spect. They're making fun of the chat. They call it raw spect, like respect, because everybody has to say respect. I think in the first 20 minutes, respect was dropped like 4 times. The word respect. Yeah, it's surprising. Like, it's a big difference too. I really was dreading 3-hour SmackDowns, but like, so far so good. I'm not willing to say that SmackDown is back because, you got to deliver like 3 months of good SmackDowns at 3 hours for me to believe it. But as of right now, SmackDown is by far killing Raw in the just in the interest meter, which is insane because you go back to December and SmackDown sucked. Not Uchiha says, I absolutely love how Bron Breakker hasn't lost any momentum even after the loss to CM Punk. Yeah, like I said, a lot of people really liked what happened yesterday, and I liked it too. I just wanted to see more. But yes, he's still up there, but I am scratching my head. On what the vision is like. What is their purpose now? What are they? Although what this is actually making me starting to believe, Bron Breakker's probably winning the Elimination Chamber and going to Mania to fight CM Punk for the title. I think they're just trying to hold off to crown him at Night 1 main event. That's what I really think is going to happen. Family-friendly PG guy, when are the Usos going to actually defend their titles instead of cutting weak promos trying to rap? I thought this would save the tag division, but it looks like nothing has changed. Goes to show you, it's not really about the character who has the belt, but the storylines that revolve around the belt. So you can give it to whoever you want, but if you're not going to write a story for the titles, then nothing's going to change. Nothing is going to change. And that's why it was so dumb to just job out the New Day like we did last year when the New Day were losing to just Penta. Or when the Usos reformed and they instantly beat the New Day. If the New Day were strong right now, if we had just tried a little harder to keep the New Day actually relevant and strong, they could be feuding with the Usos right this second. But as it stands, we have nobody for the Usos. Final Wagon says, Raw feels empty without Dominic Mysterio. He'll be back soon. From what I hear, he has an injury, but it's not surgery. Surgery is not required. We've got Goat Buggy says, I can't believe Bron Breakker wanted to kill Adam Pearce, and I love Bron Breakker even more for biting the hand that feeds him. I wish you would have killed Adam Pearce, or at least try to a little harder. Brian Souza says, I want a 6 tag team matchup, TLC matchup, for the women's tag team titles at WrestleMania. We need that. I definitely wouldn't mind. We'll have to swap the belts. Almost every month, the belt will have to swap if we're going to get all the way to WrestleMania. Mania, because we can't just have one or two even tag teams holding that belt for so long. Otherwise, it's not, the storyline will get stale. But if we literally swap the belt between all 6 of those teams in 3-week intervals, then you got a hot potato situation going on, and it could all be settled in a 6-way tag team TLC match Mania. Yeah, I would book it. Fun Without Skill says, I hope they don't put the title on Sammy at Rumble. Drew deserves and earned a longer title reign than that. Woo! I think, the 4-pack challenge, the Fatal 4-Way is in Montreal. That's considered hometown turf for Sami Zayn. So I do believe that he's going to Saudi Arabia, where that is also considered hometown turf for Sami Zayn. We need to start getting used to a real possibility that Sami Zayn he actually might win the championship at Royal Rumble. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? I don't want Sami to beat Drew, but we need to start coming to grips with that is a possible reality. Long Neck says, I'm absolutely want to keep my cool, but I'm so done with Gunther. I'm not sure why you're done with Gunther. Do you just hate Gunther, or were you a big Gunther fan and you saw him tap out this week, so you're like, oh my gosh, I can't deal with it. You think that they got him weak? I actually don't think that this was Gunther tapping out because he was in pain. I think this was Gunther outsmarting AJ Styles. I really do. Because Gunther had to go out of his way to tap. Like, he could have easily tapped like this, but he went out of his way to do it behind the referee's back. I think he was just being a heel in this situation. So take that that's my 2 cents. Am I allowed to do 2 cents? I heard we're discontinuing the penny. That's my nickel. LT says, I know it was an ad, but why the heck did they have Jay come out and say, I'm a tag team champion and bounce? Yeet? I think that's why. Yeet? Martine says, is the Judgment Day going to turn on Finn Balor? Who knows at this point? I think at this point, the Judgment Day is like a 1970s refrigerator. It's going to outlast any and everything. It's going to be here forever. A 1970s refrigerator, you plug that in, it will last longer than you. It is the Alpha Omega. It will outlast Earth itself. Earth will crumble in a nuclear apocalypse, and 1970 refrigerators will still be running, plugged into the wall socket of a garage, and the Judgment Day, they'll still be around as well. They will rule over the rats and the cockroaches that survived. I don't know where I'm going with this. I need to go to the next hot take. I don't know. Judgment Day, they're not breaking up anytime soon. TTJC says, I'm super satisfied with this Raw, especially with Uno reverse of Paul pointing out to Adam, you touched Braun first. Can't wait to see where all that goes. And also, they could help Finn win next week just to spite Punk. I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that. It would be kind of reminiscent of when the DX helped Mankind beat the Corporation just to spite The Rock and Vince. And I would be totally okay with the Vision helping Finn win the title. But again, just don't see it. Just don't see it. Ah, man, I wish. It's OTW says, even if Finn doesn't win next week, I believe this angle could turn into something bigger for him in 2026. Fingers crossed, but I pretty much gave up. My last hope for Finn Balor was last year. It was like the triple threat. Actually, it was about a year ago to this date. He was in a triple threat with Damian Priest, Gunther, and I was like, you know what? We're doing it. Finn Balor's gonna win. And I was like, if he fails here, I will never have faith again. And never had faith again. But, I mean, honestly, what did he do last year? He beat Dragon Lee. that was about it. No shade, Dragon Lee. Well, I guess that's a little shade. But, I love you still. Got Raphael at air. Number 1, Gunther can wrestle a tree and still make it entertaining. Like or hate him, the ring general never disappoint. There are actually people who don't like Gunther. I think he's just a little too old school for some people. Not me. I really enjoy Gunther. And then we got number 2, CM Punk vs. Finn Balor. Would have been an awesome match match if Finn was still in his prime a decade ago. Hope that guy is still in there. Honestly, Finn Balor is still really good. I think Finn Balor is more his old self than when he wrestles than CM Punk is more his old self when he wrestles. Because, I mean, CM Punk is even older than Finn Balor. But that said, the way the character has been treated, the way Finn Balor, the character, has been treated, well, yeah, that definitely has tarnish on it and just been beat down, and the character Finn Balor is definitely not in his prime. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I'm just hoping that we do. I hope something has reawoken. Man, what if the demon came out next week? Holy crap. We got John Cena fan says, trash. All right. We got the Black Sheep says, forgot the Royal Rumble was in 17 days. Literally could have had Finn talk about winning the Rumble instead of Saturday night's main event, which he's going to lose. Yeah, isn't it kind of crazy? And it's not Saturday's main event that he's not wrestling at Saturday's main event. He's actually wrestling next week on Monday Night Raw. But yeah, right? Or is it Saturday's main event? No, I think it's next week on Raw. But it's so crazy and insane that there's absolutely no build to the Rumble. And I know some people would just say, oh, it's the Rumble. It doesn't need a build. No way, no how do I believe that. We should have everybody just like trying to prove that they are the king of the mountain right now. But no, it's barely even mentioned. We're going to get a 2-week build to Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble was the most watched event last year. All right, the Royal Rumble is my favorite event of the entire year, and it's a lot of other people's favorite event. I know everybody's like all about WrestleMania, but I honestly believe that more people like the Rumble, and there is zero storyline going into it other than the built-in stipulation whoever wins gets to go to WrestleMania. This is kind of unexcusable because, I mean, we haven't even had any PLEs in the meantime. So it's like, why are we not writing towards the Rumble? Why isn't everything leading to the Rumble? That's insane to me. FT Balik says this is where Finn belongs. He's a world champion material, and I'm glad to see new challengers and feuds for both world titles on Raw and SmackDown. I agree, this is where he belongs. I just hope this is not just a one-off. If we're gonna make him lose because he has to rebuild his resume, fine. But don't make this a one-off. If he loses this, keep him in the main event scene. Keep him challenging people. So next time he does challenge for the title, we believe that it can actually happen. Charles Yancey says, where's Nikki Bella? Anyone? Where's Dirty Dom? The New Day? The War Raiders? AJ Lee? LA Knight? Dominic Mysterio got an injury, but in reality, he could still be on TV. Triple H just loves to take people off of TV for some reason. I don't understand it. Less is not more. Less is less. Less is less. We could totally cut off 5 minutes off every single match and spotlight more stars. Tracy Wood says, I didn't hate Raw, but it seemed more of a how many stars can we cram into one show? Honestly, I think they could have crammed more. I didn't hate this Raw either, but I did give it like a 4, and that's because I think like they could have just done more. I think they really could have done more. It's like, I don't know, I just want stories. Where are my stories at? Stephanie Vakir and Raquel Rodriguez, they have a nice little story going, but what about anyone else? Where are my stories at? And then when they do have a story, they don't go far enough. I will die on the hill that Bron Breakker should have put Adam Pearce in the hospital. And then when they go to fire him, that's when Paul Heyman says, he put his hands on my client first. Non-Cyclist Pro says, finally, a different type of ending. Good for Gunther and AJ. This program feud is far from over. I bet they do best out of 3. And the last one will probably be AJ losing and retiring, furthering the career killer. And I am glad that they tried something new. I know a lot of people are like, it was awkward, and it was awkward. I don't think that it came across as good as they wanted to, the fake tap out, but I'm happy that they tried something. If WWE only keeps to the stuff they know that works, well, that's why the product becomes predictable and boring. So they tried something yesterday. It didn't work. Maybe they try it again and they perfect it, or maybe they don't try it ever again. But I would rather them try something new, it fail, than not try something new ever. I have only one complaint about Raw, says Teddy Boy Ward, and I know you can't say anything negative. I made a deal that if Drew McIntyre won, I would not crash out on Triple H anymore. However, I am allowed to critique, but I'm not allowed to say things like, Triple H, you're a freaking moron. The commercial of Triple H and the celebrities pitching the ideas for WrestleMania made me cringe. I agree. I'm not going to say that Triple H has an ego the size of a stadium in which they usually hold WrestleManias, but I will say this. I don't know why there's a commercial promoting WrestleMania and the star of that commercial is the head of creative. The head of creative, who is not an on-screen character. All right? He's not even Mr. McMahon from back in the day. He's a non-on-screen character promoting WrestleMania, and like we have like celebrities. So we don't even show this is a commercial that is promoting the biggest show of the year without any wrestlers, period. Or the wrestlers are making little cameos while the star is Triple H. I don't understand why the head booker is the star of this commercial. Like, I don't get it. He's not an on-screen talent even. Marshman says, so the Cena rub wasted on a heel bozo who gets slapped and runs to daddy and cheats to win. I mean, heels are allowed to cheat, and I mean, you look at Roman Reigns, his entire tribal chiefdom, he cheated, and yet people think that he's the strongest champion of the last, 10 years, so, cheating's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, I do agree, running to Adam Pearce to be like, I want a title match, that's lame. Gunther should just be, mowing down people. If he wants, or not a title match, but a match. If Gunther wants a match with someone, he should just beat them up until they agree to a match. And the tap out, again, I think he was just trying to outsmart him. Now, the tap out to Jey Uso, though, that was lame. But that was before, so we'll see. I get your critiques, though. Program for Damage, Finn is 100% taking the L next week, but I hope it is the beginning of rebuilding his main event championship run. Yeah, that's what I hope too. I said it earlier. That's the best case scenario here, because there's just no way he's winning. But if this could somehow rehabilitate him as a main event guy, then maybe later in the year, there's a shot. Brawl Mayhem says Finn should win the world championship. He would be a good champ. He would be an excellent champ. He's not winning. I'm sorry. Usi Sensei says, not a hot take, but Choppy, you should make a video of your top 10 wrestlers from each era. Ooh, each era? That'd be a long video. Do you guys want to see it? Do you gals want to see it? Let me know in the comments below. We got Killer Wolf. I really like Finn Balor getting the title shot, but I think they are going to run it back at Rumble. I really don't, Killer Wolf. I don't think they run it back. I think this is just a one-off because they were in Ireland. Jimbo Slice says, how are they going to debut Theory with a new theme that is actually over and then not let him come out to it anymore? Jeez, let me hear that music again. And then we got Jessica Nunzo says, is it just me or does it seem like Austin Theory's gone back to being irrelevant? What was the point, again, of the division? Yes, it's not you. It's not you. To me, the moment he took off that mask and just stood there and stared blankly at the camera, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I do feel that he's gone back to being just background noise. Even this week, he's teaming up with Bronson Reed. Why wouldn't he team up with Logan Paul at least? It seemed like those two might have been the tag team of the Vision. What is the point of the Vision? I mean, you got CM Punk literally saying, the Vision's in my rear view mirror. Why wouldn't the Vision come out and just destroy Punk for saying something like that? Yeah, we're in your rear view mirror. Here we are, buddy, right now. We're gonna take baseball bats to your car. But no, they're just shucks, we lost. What is the point of the Vision? What is the point of Austin Theory in the Vision? All he does is just stand there blank faced, waiting for someone else to talk. Man. Austin Theory has all the upside in the world, but the Vision is not it. Seems like the Vision, the Vision, each individual person in the Vision is awesome and amazing. like for real, but when you put them all four together, it's like they're just a blob. Just like a blob. I take off my glasses and I can't see anything. There's nothing indistinguish about them when they're part of the Vision. But then they get separate and I can see why they are special. But once they get together, they lose all of what makes them special because the Vision just not it. And I'll be honest with you, it wasn't it when it was with Seth either. I really didn't feel that anything. It has always felt like it lacked its name, Vision. And that's insane to me because of who's involved in it. But let me know in the comments below if you agree with me. Boys, girls, those are hot takes. Let me know what you want to see. Any video ideas? We already got one. Top 10 for each generation. Maybe I'll do top 3, top 5 for each generation because that'd be a super long video. Unless you guys want to see it. Do you guys want to see like an hour and a half video from me? You're like, I don't want to see a half-hour video from you. That's why your views are so low, Chop. All right, boys. All right, girls. See you later. Bye.